It's not something most of us want to think about, burial practices. But when you need those pertinent documents, you want to make sure they are ready. So this morning we are talking about how to make sure your cemetery property records are current. Joining me now is our next guest. Please help me welcome Jenny Rose McCormick. She is the Family Service Manager with Dignity Memorial New Orleans. Welcome to the show, Jenny Rose.
Hey, Malik, it's so nice to be here. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you so much for being here to talk about, this topic. Funeral planning is not really something we want to talk about, but it is important that we do talk about it. I'm curious,
Right.
what do you have going on these days at Lake Lawn Metairie Cemeteries?
Well, it's exciting. So Lake Lawn Metairie Cemeteries is actually launching an educational community outreach campaign on the family burial practices in Louisiana, specifically to people who own property with us. So not many people know this, but Louisiana's rules and regulations on burial and cremation practices is actually very, very unique and can be extremely complicated. So what we are doing is encouraging our families and our property owners to actually contact our care team to ensure that their cemetery property records are current before they experience a loss of a loved one.
So important to have those. And I want to talk a little bit more about those, current cemetery property records. Why is
Yes.
it so important that we have them?
So, at the time of loss, in most cases, all biological family members actually have to give consent for a family member to be placed into a family property. This is especially true if you're a family member who was actually married into the family after the property was purchased. For example, if my grandparents owned family property, I would need permission if my husband passed away from all of the family members and the heirs to actually place my husband into our family property. We want to make sure that our families here at Lake Lawn Metairie have everything in place to ensure that there's less stress at the time of loss. So again, we're just encouraging them to reach out to us and to our care team so we can make sure that all their property records are up to date and current.
So these records are giving people the opportunity and the authority, rather, to bury that family member on that certain property. Very important, and I did not know
Absolutely.
that. Learned that this
Yes.
morning. But for some people, they may already have these records, right? But they may be
Correct.
outdated. When
Correct.
should people start looking into getting these records, and how long do they last before they're outdated?
Well, we see a lot of movement with families this in this time. A lot of people are moving around and moving to different places. We actually encourage them, if you have a move, contact us. Give us your information on moving. If a family member moves, contact us with their information. It's never too late to make sure that your family members are current with us and that all of your information is current. Once a year, at least, to contact us and make sure that we have everything correct.
And same thing as far as getting them updated after about once a year. You should make sure
Yes.
and call your funeral service to make sure you have those updated
Correct.
records.
Correct. Yes. For our families who have an existing property at Lake Lawn Metairie and realize actually at the time of loss that their loved one isn't listed on property records for inclusion in the family property, we actually, as a care team, have to act very, very quickly to make sure that we can gather signatures and get permission from everybody that's biological or heirship to that family. Actually, often family members are spread out, like I said, all over the country, and we don't necessarily have accurate contact information for them. I unfortunately have witnessed on a couple different occasions actually having to get 30 plus signatures from family members to place that person into family property. We don't want that to happen. As you can imagine, tracking down everyone for permissions and signatures is really, really complicated and actually can delay the process of burial. So the last thing our care team wants to happen is for our families to not be able to bury a loved one at the time that they would like to. So again, if our families could reach out to us at least once a year, or if you have a move, or if a family member has moved, contact us and give us that information so we can be updated.
And when it comes to the funeral planning process in general,
Mhm.
when should we start doing that? Because there's over 150 decisions that need to be
Yes,
made.
I
When
love that
should
you
we
know
start
that.
doing that?
Correct. Yes,
Do
no,
our research.
no, wonderful. It is absolutely never too early to start thinking about pre-planning about end of life arrangements. The one thing that I think that we've all learned from this global pandemic is that life is unpredictable, and you never, never, never know what tomorrow brings. So, like you said, Malik, there are over 150 decisions that actually have to be made at the time of a loss, and loss is already stressful. So, having clarity in advance about who can be buried into family property is one less thing that the family's going to have to worry about when they're dealing with the loss of a loved one. Like you said, like I said, there's enough stress at the time, and the more that we can eliminate, the better.
So true. Well, look, Jenny Rose, you have really taught me a lot and our audience watching out there this morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And
Welcome.
of course, to learn more about preparing those burial documents or planning a funeral in general, you can log on to dignitymemorial.com/NOLA records update or give them a call at 504-332-8403. And don't forget, Lake Lawn Metairie is located at 5100 Pontchartrain Boulevard.